Hello everyone, welcome to another update video. First of all, before I start ranting about something that I've seen recently on YouTube, quite late actually for me to see it, but I need to say my piece. I'm doing really well on Final Fantasy 9. I'm getting slowly through the game. Well, I'm actually on disc 3 already. And I've only been playing it for about a week or so, well, less than that. But I've breezed through it, if I'm honest. I've been trying to think what else I can do in between. Obviously, when I've uploaded the disc 1, which I've uploaded disc 2, as this video has been uploaded. Part 2, disc 2. Part 2 would have been uploaded. I believe it probably is on private at this moment. So I probably will put it on public before I go out tonight. What I will do. So it'll be done for later. But obviously this video will be uploaded tomorrow, Tuesday. So I'm looking at maybe trying to get this one to work. I did do a test video on this, but it wasn't running because the computer was really slow. And I'm still uploading Assassin's Creed, and I've got a lot of stuff in my folder where I keep all my videos. But because I've got such stuff in there, it's clogging up that part of the computer, which means it's slowing down the computer. So until that happens, I can't do much else. I've recently started Rugrats as a side LP, but that's a very short game, so I'll finish that probably towards the end of the week, I would have thought. I'm not doing that, as a major. I'm doing Final Fantasy as my major. If I get Final Fantasy 9 done, then I'm happy in the knowledge that I've got that done and I can then focus on other things. So that probably will be Alan Wake, which will be a big LP. The other game which I'm looking to start, which I want to start, is Stalker. I tried to do it before, but again, my action software was not working properly, so it kept fucking up. I had to record it in MP4 format, and it wouldn't work. And yeah, so I'm a bit. I don't really know what to do at the moment. I've got other things I can do. Any of these games, if you want to pause and have a look at what games I've got, obviously I've done. The ones that I've done, you may recognise. So I'll give you some options on ones that I could do, and ones, there's a Bureau, which I can do. I can do that one again. I don't mind doing this one again. I can play it again. Cold Fury I can't do. Cold War I can't get the controls to map properly. Death Spies, well, I do want to do that, but again, the controls are very iffy. So any of these that you want to see me do, just feel free to tell me and I will do my best. Also, I want to thank the 95 people who have subscribed to the channel so far. Very close to the 100 subscriber mark, so I appreciate everything that you guys have done. Really, you've helped me out so much and I can't thank you enough. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. Right, that's that out of the way. I've been recently watching some videos on YouTube named "This is how you don't play X game," and I've been watching this guy called Darkside Phil, who I watched. I thought this guy seems alright, and I've watched him do like GTA Liberty City Stories, which by the way is hilarious. Even though he bitches a lot, it's hilarious. But a lot of people have reacted to his videos, and I've been watching his Metal Gear Solid video, and there was one statement that he made in that video. One statement. Kojima is a dick, or a dickhead. Now, anyone who has played Metal Gear Solid, who heard that one comment, would immediately have a problem with that statement. For a fact, it's complete and utter bollocks. Let's get that straight right now. That statement is false. And the fact that he couldn't do the game, and the game wasn't working for him, and the game wasn't doing this, wasn't doing that, doesn't make it a bad game. So I'm going to say this now. The game is like it because it came out in 1998. It came out before bloody Spider-Man, which is another game that he played, which he bitched and moaned and bitched and moaned and moaned and bitched and moaned and bitched and bitched and moaned. You know, every single game that he plays, he finds something to moan about. Either it's the frame rate, or it's the poor AI, or it's the fact the car flips over when it's his bad driving. I mean, he's just... People have said worse things, but terrible things. But he's just... he's shit. That's the kindest thing I can say. Phil, if you're watching this, just take note of this, mate. Please, I'm trying to help you. You're not a good gamer, and if you take... I find games hard, yes I do, but I take a step back and I look at the situation, I think, how can I do it? And yeah, you know, people on my channel, you might have heard me rage, you might have heard me bitch, you might have heard me moan, but I don't rage like this guy, like Phil does. I mean, he moans to the point where it becomes infuriatingly annoying, to the point where you want to say something. He's got so many people who hate on him, and I don't blame them. I don't blame these people who do it. And Phil, the thing is, mate, is that if you're watching this, that if you go and watch my LP of Metal Gear Solid, you will see how you're meant to do it. You know, you don't rush into something. You know, he was doing the sniper wolf fight, the first fight you do before you get called, and he was saying, "Oh, I don't want to go get the diazepam." Well, don't moan then that your fucking sniper rifle is shaking. Don't moan that your hands shake. Buy a bullet, go and get the diazepam, which is only about a 5-minute trek back anyway. And think about this for a minute. You don't want to go back and get the diazepam, but you went all the way back and got the sniper rifle. You also backtracked through the area where you could get the diazepam anyway, which if you would thought about it, you could have then got anywhere and checked all those areas anyway. You need to check areas. Backtracking is the whole point. And then obviously there's that comment about Kojima's a dick. Well, no, Kojima is a legend. He's an icon. He's a tycoon in the world of gaming. Phil, you know, he's a god. You know. He's someone who people look up to. He's an visionary. He has this vision of games and this look on game, and he puts it into his work, and he delivers it fucking flawlessly. You can't knock something in that kind of the way he does it. And you know, we can get onto the on Kiyomi and how they treated him, and you know, the fact they don't want to talk about him, they banned him from the Japanese award and all this kind of stuff. But now he's made a deal with his own, you know, gaming company, which hopefully he'll be able to continue the Metal Gear Solid series, even though Kiyomi have removed his name from the franchise, which, by the way, is bullshit. But going back to Phil, I mean, I'm watching his Resident Evil 3, and he's moaning how, like, you know, there's random enemies. He's moaning how, like, he gets decapitated by the hunters when he's on fucking orange caution. I mean, look in your inventory every little, even if you do it every 30, you know, every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes, look in your inventory and think, what the hell can I do to improve the situation? I know, I'll heal. Even if you heal up to caution, it still will help you. Don't, you know, moan that you can't hit things when, you know, the game isn't perfect. No one says it's perfect, and yes, it's dated. But, you know, you can't compare 3 to 2 and 1, Resident Evil 1 and 2. There's no comparison. 1 now is so outdated that, you know, 2 and 3 are far superior. Code Veronica, well, you know, that's a different story. But, you know, I just had to make this video and had to say this in a video to you guys. It really annoys me when, you know, someone like that complains about a game which, for me, I love. And then he played a Spider-Man, which I touched on earlier, and he spoke about it in a way that was so disrespectful towards the people who played the game when it came out. It came out in 2000, bearing in mind it came out after Metal Gear Solid. You know, 98, 2000, 2 years later, and he says it's a worse game. Well, to be honest, it's less dated than Metal Gear is, and you can't compare the two. I'm not comparing the two, but Spider-Man on the original PS1, that is the best game. It is the Spider-Man game. People remember that game as being the best. Yes, the controls are a little bit clunky. Yes, the camera isn't very good, but if you press R1 and L1, you can rotate the camera. The camera does not respond. It's just that you don't check things properly. And it's all this bitching and moaning. Anyway, that's my rant over. I'll leave his channel in the description below. I've also shared 2 of his videos on my channel. Be sure to look at them. It's named under the playlist. This is how you don't play games. I don't want to go through Metal Gear Solid again. I'm not going to go through it again. But if people who have watched me have watched his LPs, and you've been put off by Metal Gear, I implore you, please go and watch my LP of Spider-Man and Metal Gear Solid, and even RE3, which I've done twice now. Go and watch them and just look at how I play them. Just watch. Just take note of how I go through the games. And I have full love and respect for the game that came out. It came out in a classic era, an era that defined gaming, if you could say. There were so many games that defined that era. Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil 2, Spider-Man, Silent Hill. All these games that made that era the era of gaming. Even you could say that the PS2 era didn't have games that really competed with that. Even though the PS2 era was the best gaming era of probably of all time, but the PS1 era started that sort of run of games. The first Metal Gear Solid was Kojima's first 3D game, and he delivered it brilliantly. The music is fantastic, and he kept just saying this stupid thing like Kojima World Order, and insulting the music, insulting the voice acting, insulting everything he could, saying, oh, the cutscenes are too long. Don't fucking play it then. I'm done with that. Anyway. So, yeah, going back onto my channel, thank you very much for the 95 subscribers. I'm now nearly at 100. I'm looking to do, I've just checked back through my views, and Little Adventure wasn't viewed very much. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to redo Little Adventure as a new LP, and I'm going to do that as my 100 subscriber special. I feel that it's a great game. It is probably one of the best games on the PC. It's one of the best, and it's not really seen as great, but it is fantastic. So thank you very much for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and any of these that you want to see me do, I've got an opportunity to do Max Payne on PS4. If you want me to do that, ask me. Ghostbusters, I will be doing again, but probably not yet. GTA 4, I do want to do, but again, my computer doesn't really want to run properly. Grim Fandango, I can't do, and obviously, there are so many games that I do want to do, but I will be doing them. Don't worry about that. I will do them. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I've been Classic Gamer. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you next time.